On the Pacific coast of Mexico's Baja California Peninsula lies one of the most extraordinary and magical places left on Earth, Laguna San Ignacio. This vast lagoon is part of a pristine coastal wetland that extends for 250 miles, with stunning mangrove forests, estuaries, and intertidal flats. Thousands of migrating birds and endangered species, like the Mexican badger, longhorn antelope, and 3 species of sea turtles find sanctuary here. But it is the gray whales that make this place truly unique. Laguna San Ignacio is one of the last remaining places on Earth where gray whales can give birth and raise their young in safety. Anyone who has seen the whales there can't help but be moved by the experience.
El contacto con las ballenas te marca para toda la vida. Es un impulso, es una inspiración.
Es una experiencia única, algo que en ningún otro lugar del mundo existe.
San Ignacio is also home to small fishing villages whose local economies depend on the lagoon and whose residents have protected the whales for generations.
Nosotros como productores, como pescadores, hemos vivido la importancia del manejo de los recursos. Entonces, con esa experiencia nos dimos a la tarea de trabajar para conservarlos.
But in 1995, Laguna San Ignacio faced a dire threat.
The lagoon is the last uninhabited breeding ground for the Pacific gray whale.
And it might become the site of one of the world's largest salt works.
Now, Mitsubishi Corporation and the Mexican government have proposed building a 100-square-mile salt works right on the banks of the lagoon.
Local leaders fought side by side with Mexican and international organizations to protect the whales. They won when Mexican President Cedillo canceled the project in 2000.
The Mexican government and Mitsubishi Corporation announced today they will not construct a salt processing plant.
Environmentalists are still celebrating a major victory for gray whales in Mexico.
But the work to protect Laguna San Ignacio was far from over.
We knew now that with this victory in hand that we just couldn't walk away and that we needed to work with the communities to help them and to really create a sustainable future for themselves and their children.
Local communities again joined forces with environmental advocates in 2005, creating the Laguna San Ignacio Conservation Alliance. Their purpose? Safeguard the lagoon and permanently protect its inhabitants from future threats. Since then, the Alliance has focused on 3 key strategies. First, it is securing additional legal protections on the private, communal, and government lands surrounding the lagoon. This work has resulted in legal certainty, economic benefits, resource conservation, and social justice in San Ignacio. Today, it is a model elsewhere in Mexico and around the world.
Teníamos la idea de conservar y teníamos bien visualizado de que la laguna es un lugar fantástico, pero la servidumbre nos empujó a que unificáramos nuestra forma de pensar entre más gente, sobre todo entre los ejidatarios, y eso nos fortaleció bastante ya.
Second, the Alliance is monitoring environmental conditions around the lagoon and responding to new threats. Local Alliance groups conduct regular field surveys to monitor wildlife and detect illegal activities, and community members complement this with their own surveillance. The local community is also restoring mangrove forests in eroded areas around the lagoon to provide shelter for sea turtles and endangered migratory ducks and shorebirds. This also protects local communities from storm surges and other natural disasters. Third, the Alliance is empowering local communities so that they can continue to protect the lagoon more effectively. It supports training, infrastructure, and environmentally sound businesses. The Alliance is working to ensure the next generation of local advocates has the tools they need to continue to keep Laguna San Ignacio and its whales safe.
Tenemos que entender de que cuidar es la mejor opción. Conservar es la mejor opción para, ya no para nosotros, sino para nuestras familias y nuestros hijos.
Defense of Laguna San Ignacio over the years is one of the world's few long-lasting conservation success stories. Yet still our work is not done. we need to continue strengthening land management of the entire area and supporting the community's efforts to protect the whales of Laguna San Ignacio.
Las amenazas son constantes. El desarrollo costero, el desarrollo de infraestructura constantemente amenazará a San Ignacio, y tener la oportunidad de trabajar con otros ejidos sin duda nos dará mucho mayor espacio para poder lidiar con las amenazas.
Laguna San Ignacio is a global example of innovation and protection, a global example of community leadership. It's a place where conservation organizations work together effectively and where we can truly see how a future of communities and conservation living side by side is possible.
We invite you to become a part of the Laguna San Ignacio success story. Please support the Laguna San Ignacio Conservation Alliance and its member organizations. Your support will help us preserve this magical wild place for generations to come.